Welcome to Money Muscle Mindset, the podcast designed to motivate and educate you on your journey to financial and fitness success and to develop the mentality needed to achieve your goals. I'm Zay Molina, and in this episode, we're going to talk about why most people fail at their goals and how you can be the exception. Okay, we're going to dive in deeper into what holds people back, what stops them from achieving the success they want, and how we can be different from those people and keep pushing to achieve the goals that we want, right? So without further ado, let's dive in. So the first thing I want to talk about is the biggest reasons why people fail. Okay, we're going to dive deeper into a few reasons, guys, and then we're going to talk about how we can be the exception and not follow these trends. So the first reason why a lot of people fail is because they set vague goals. Now, we've talked about this on the podcast before, guys. When you set vague goals, it's easy to lose motivation. It's easy to give up on it, right? It's easy to just put it to the side, right? It's something that you're not fully dedicated to, right? Because it's just vague. It's, I want to lose weight, right? Or I want to make more money. I want to do this. I want to do that, right? You're setting something that's very vague and very easy to just say, it'd be nice to do that, right? When in reality, guys, we want to be specific about our goals. Instead of just saying, I want to lose weight, right? Set a specific goal, right? Say, I want to be 175 pounds, right? Which means I need to lose 30 pounds from where I'm at now. I want to gain this amount of muscle. I want to be this kind of fit, right? I want to have six-pack abs, right? Be specific about exactly what you want, because then you start to visualize it and you start to picture, okay, this is what I want to be and this is what I can be. Instead of just saying, I want to make more money, right? Set a specific amount, right? Well, right now I'm only making $3,000 a month. Well, I want to make $5,000 a month, right? What can I do now to start pushing myself to make that extra $2,000 every single month? What side hustle am I looking at, right? What investment opportunities am I looking at, right? What am I doing to push myself to achieve that goal, right? Because now you're specific. You know the numbers. You know what you have something that you can actually visualize and see that, hey, this is the goal. This is something that's not just broad and vague, right? It's very specific. I can visualize it. I see the end result. Now, how can I get there? So when it comes to your goals, right, come up with something that's going to be very specific that you can actually see and you can actually go after. Another thing we've talked about when it comes down to goals, and this actually goes back to my 25 days of growth challenge, is task number one was write down your goals, right? There was actually some research done that shows that when you write down your goals, you're 42% more likely to achieve them than if you don't write them down. So by creating a specific goal, writing it down somewhere on a piece of paper and placing it somewhere that you can see every single day, guys, that is going to increase your likelihood of actually achieving that goal rather than just having a vague goal of, I want to lose weight or I want to make more money, right? So if you really want to achieve your goals, right, get serious, set something specific so you can go after it. Another reason why people fail at achieving their goals is because they rely on motivation rather than systems, right? And essentially, guys, we've talked about this also before, right? Motivation is fleeting. Motivation is not something that's always going to be there, right? You're not always going to feel motivated to do the things that you need to achieve your goals, right? So what do you need instead? Discipline and consistency, right? Develop that discipline, doing something over and over again, right? There's the consistency, even when you don't want to, right? That's the discipline. Pairing those together is going to help you develop a system that's going to push you to do the things that you need to achieve your goals. So what do I mean by system? What does that actually mean, right? Well, when I say system, guys, it's something that's going to objectively help you achieve your goals, right? Instead of feeling and waiting for motivation, right? You want to just do something because you have a system set up in place. So for example, right, maybe you're trying to save money for a new home or a new trip, whatever it may be, right? If you're trying to save a certain amount of money, right, your system would be, hey, every time I get a paycheck, I'm taking 10% out of my paycheck, put it towards savings, 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever it may be, right? I'm taking that money out of my paycheck no matter what. Doesn't matter if I made a little bit more or a little bit less this month, right? I'm taking the same percentage, right? 10%, 15%, whatever it may be, and I'm putting it towards savings, right? That's just an example, okay? Same thing when it comes to your fitness, right? 3 days a week, I'm going to the gym, right? At this time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. when I get off work, right? I'm going to the gym no matter what. It's in my calendar. I get reminders about it. I am going to the gym. Everybody that's close to me knows that I'm going to be at the gym between 5 and 6 p.m. on those 3 days. That's a system that you're developing. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter what's going on, right? You know that those 3 days, I'm going to the gym, and that's where I'm going to be for the next hour. Just like when it comes to trading, right? When we're looking at the charts and the Forex crypto charts, right? We trade based on systems. We trade based on our trading plan, right? We don't try to go in there with a subjective type of mind and try to trade with emotions or anything like that. We trade with our trading plan to be able to follow the rules objectively. And when our system is there, our edge is there, we get in the market. When it's not, we don't. And that same kind of mindset is exactly what we need to do for all of our goals, whether it's fitness, financial, whatever it may be, guys. We need to set systems in place and follow it by creating that discipline and that consistency. And again, consistency is the key, doing it over and over again, right? On average, guys, research shows that it takes about 66 days to develop a habit, right? So if you're giving up after a week or 2 weeks, right, you're not giving it enough time. You got to do it over and over. Allow yourself to have the patience to say, hey, this is a long-term goal. I'm going to continue pushing. I'm going to develop these habits over time. And that's what's going to help me achieve my success. So again, guys, develop the systems that are going to help you achieve your goals. And the final reason that I want to talk about today is a lot of people just simply quit too soon. They give up. And one of my favorite pieces of advice is that if you never give up, you can never fail, right? The only time you actually fail is if you stop trying. Right? So that's the key, guys. Just never stop trying. Yes, you're going to take some losses. Yes, you're going to take some setbacks along the way. That is normal, right? But if you keep pushing yourself and you keep trying, guys, you are constantly going after your goals. You're going to keep pursuing it, right? And eventually, you're very likely to hit that goal if you keep going nonstop, right? You're going to learn new things. You're going to keep trying, and you're going to develop different aspects, different systems that are going to help you achieve your goals, right? So the key is to just never give up. Keep trying, keep going after those goals. A lot of people, right, when it starts to get hard, it starts to get boring, what do? It's easy to just say, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore, right? This is dumb. I don't want to do this. Same, especially when it comes to like fitness or financials, right? If people are saying, hey, I want to get in shape, and one, they set a vague goal, right? And they're just saying, hey, I want to lose some weight, and they go to the gym a few times and say, it's been a week, I haven't lost any weight. This isn't working. Oh, well. Right? They give up after a week, right? But we understand that fitness, right? Our fitness journey is a lifelong type of journey, right? We got to keep pushing ourselves. This is not something that you just go in for a week and magically, boom, I'm in shape, right? You got to keep pushing yourself. You got to develop those healthy habits to achieve the fitness goals that you want. Same thing when it comes to financials, right? Let's say you're trying to make more money or say, hey, I'm trying to get involved with this side hustle or investing, right? And after a month of, trying and you lose some money, you're like, oh, this is stupid. I'm giving up, right? Well, if you only given it a month time, right? You haven't given yourself the ability to actually learn different tools, different aspects, different systems that are going to help you start achieving those goals, right? You got to be willing to have the patience and give it the longevity to be able to achieve the goals that you want. The key is if you really want something and you set a specific goal and you say, hey, this is what I want. I said it this day. I wrote it down, right? If I constantly look in that, I constantly remind myself of why I want this, guys, you're going to keep pushing yourself. You're not going to give up, right? And that's the idea. You have to convince yourself that, hey, this is what I want. I cannot give up. I got to keep pushing, and that's what I got to do. So that's the key, guys. Just don't give up too soon. I'm sure we've all heard the saying before that the day you plant the seed is not the day you reap the rewards, right? Understanding that the day you set your mind to saying, hey, this is what I want to achieve, it's going to take some time before you actually see the results, especially when it comes to fitness, right? A lot of people go to the gym for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple months, right? And maybe they start strength training, right? And they're trying to lose weight, right? They're starting to lift weights. They're starting to, do all this kind of stuff, going to the gym consistently. They get on the scale and nothing's actually changing. They're like, oh, this is stupid. I'm giving up, right? Well, in reality, right? If you did something like an in-body scan, right? When you actually did a body composition analysis, breaking down the muscle mass, body fat percentage, all that kind of stuff in your body, you'd see that, yes, the weight isn't changing, but what you're changing is you lost fat. Maybe you gain muscle, right? And what I'm trying to get at is essentially don't give up just because you're not seeing the results on the scale, right? There's so many different ways that we can measure results and measure progress, right? And so by understanding that yes, you may not see results right this second, but give it another month. Give it another few months, right? And you'll start to see things start to change. Your body's going to start to adapt, right? And then eventually you're going to start losing weight, still gaining muscle, and start getting in better shape overall. So again, guys, the key is just don't quit too soon, right? Dedicate yourself to your goals, right? Push yourself to say, hey, no matter what, I'm going to keep trying, I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to hit this goal eventually. So again, guys, those are three of the biggest reasons why a lot of people fail and how we can rewire our brains to kind of push past that and not be the norm like everybody else, right? And of course, there's so many other reasons why people fail at their goals. So I want to talk about a few more tips that can help you be the exception and not falling into the same category as everybody else and actually change to be able to achieve the goals that you have. So the first tip, guys, is focus on the process, not the outcome. Right? So many people are focused on the result. Hey, I want to be a millionaire. Hey, I want to lose weight. I want to do all this kind of stuff, right? And you're focused on until I achieve that, I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I'm not successful, right? But the idea is, guys, we got to fall in love with the journey, right? Fall in love with the process to get there. Because if you hate every second of it, you're more likely to do what? Give up and quit, right? You're more likely to just say, this isn't for me. I don't want to do this anymore. It's not worth it. All that kind of stuff, right? But if you're trying to get in the best shape of your life, you got to fall in love with going to the gym. You got to fall in love with eating healthier meals, right? And I know that's easier said than done, right? But once you start doing it over and over and you find workouts that you like, you find recipes and, different types of foods that you like, right? You're able to finally start enjoying this process to help you achieve that long-term goal. Yes, some days you're not going to feel like going to the gym. Some exercises are just horrible. They suck, right? You don't want to do them, right? But you understand that when we go to the gym, most people, I would say, when you get there, you start pushing yourself, you do your workout. By the time that you're done, you actually feel a lot better. You feel proud of yourself that, hey, I came in even when I didn't want to. I feel good. I got my workout in for the day. I'm done. I can go home. Same thing when it comes to dieting. If you're trying to find foods that are going to help you eat healthier, right? Yes, some of the diets are going to suck. They're going to be bland. It's going to be all this kind of stuff, right? But when you start looking at different recipes, you can find healthy recipes of foods that you like, right? And that's the key. You want to find something that you enjoy, because if you have a diet that's super strict and super bland and you hate it and you just cannot stand eating that type of food anymore, you're going to likely to give up, and that's not what's going to lead to long-term results, right? So you got to find the stuff that you enjoy, and that's going to help you achieve your success in the long run. Again, fall in love with the process, right? Trust the process versus just focusing on the outcome. Same thing when it comes to financials, right? If you're trying to achieve a certain income goal, right? You're trying to make your own business or start your own side hustle, guys, you got to fall in love with saying, hey, no matter what it takes, I got to be able to build this, right? Yes, I got to build a website. Yes, I got to work on email marketing. Yes, I got to work on all this different type of stuff, right? If you don't love doing that kind of stuff, right? Yes, I'm not saying you're going to love every second of it, but if you don't start to fall in love with the process and develop the system that's going to help you achieve that, right? It's likely that it's not going to last long and you're probably going to give up on it, right? You got to fall in love with the things that you love to do, right? It's just like that saying, right? You never work a day in your life if you love what you do, right? And that's the idea, is you want to love what you do to be able to fall in love with that process. And again, focus on the longevity of it, to where, hey, if I'm loving every single thing that I do every single day, right? I'm not focused on just the outcome. I'm not focused on just the results. I'm pushing myself to develop and grow to be able to achieve that goal. But your growth along the journey is what's actually going to help you achieve that outcome. If your current self right now could achieve that outcome, you'd be able to, right? But you don't necessarily have all the tools, all the knowledge, all the things that you need to achieve that, right? So you got to fall in love with doing this stuff day in and day out, finding out what works, finding out what doesn't work. And that's going to help you achieve that outcome, because that's what's going to push you to develop and grow. So again, guys, fall in love with the process, focus on your effort, and that's what's going to lead to the outcome over time. Another tip that can help you guys achieve your goals is surrounding yourself with the right people. And we've talked about this a few episodes on the podcast now, guys. By finding that right environment, that's going to influence your behaviors. That's going to help you achieve the goals and become the person that you want to become by hanging around the right kind of people. You want to find the people that are interested in the same things that you are, that are going to push you to achieve whatever goals that you have, right? So for fitness, let's say your goal is to get in shape and get fit, but you're hanging around with a whole bunch of people that are overweight, they eat like crap, they don't go to the gym, right? You're more likely to end up like them rather than hit your goals, right? But if you were to hang around a bunch of people that are already fit, they're going to the gym, they're eating healthy, right? You're more likely to end up like them and achieve your goals than be overweight, right? And so that's the idea, guys. Hanging around the right kind of people that are going to push you and develop you, that's what you want. It's kind of like that saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, right? You want to surround yourself with the people that are going to help you develop and grow. You want to be around people that are going to push you to new limits, right? That are in the right direction, that are going to push you towards your goals, right? So if you want to be fit, hang around people that go to the gym. If you want to make more money, find people that invest, that talk about finances, that talk about growing their savings account, right? Find the people that are doing that rather than the people that say, oh, I'm so broke. Oh, I can't afford this. I can never do this, right? Don't hang around that negativity, because that's going to bring you down. Find the people that are going to elevate you, push you to achieve your goals, and help you achieve your goals. You can learn so much from just hanging around the right kind of people, having those types of conversations versus hanging around the same people that you normally do that are holding you back. Remember, guys, on this journey is where you're going to grow and develop, right? And so by finding the right kind of people, they're going to push you to be able to do just that. They're going to help you achieve the new knowledge, the new tools and resources that are going to help you achieve the goals that you want. And the final tip that I got for you guys, you want to rewire your self-image, right? Now, what does that mean exactly, right? Well, basically, guys, as we talked about when it comes down to writing down our goals and being specific, right? We got to know exactly what we're going after, right? We want to be specific. We want to have those goals. We want to write them down in front of us so we can see them every single day. But then you want to envision yourself of actually achieving that. You want to talk positive to yourself and say, hey, this is something that I want and I'm going to achieve, right? Not just something that, oh, it'd be nice to have, right? And have that kind of vague goal mindset, right? But understanding that, hey, I want to be 175 pounds and, 10% body fat. Guess what? I'm going to be that, right? That's the goal that you need to have, right? That's where you can tell yourself that, hey, I'm going to achieve this no matter what. And that's where that motivation that we all want to wait for and we all want to have, that's where that comes from, right? From our internal talk to ourselves, right? Boost that confidence. Tell yourself that, hey, I can achieve this. I know I'm going to achieve this, right? Have that confidence in your ability to say, yes, I'm going to get this done. Be the kind of person that instead of saying, oh, I'm trying to work hard or I'm trying to be disciplined, say, no, I am working hard. I am disciplined and I'm going to achieve my goals. You want to tell yourself positive affirmations. Now, when it comes to affirmations, guys, I'm not the type of person that likes to just sit down and close my eyes and say, I am a millionaire, I am perfectly fit and all this kind of stuff, right? I'm not that type of person. What I like to do when it comes to affirmations is I like to boost my confidence and say, I am a hardworking individual. I am going after my goals. I am doing everything that I can to achieve this success, right? That's where I'm talking to myself and I'm giving myself, again, that confidence and that motivation to say, hey, I am a hardworking person. I'm not where I want to be just yet, but I'm going to get there, right? That's the way I talk to myself versus other types of affirmations. And I'm not saying there's a right way or a wrong way to do it, guys, but that's just what personally works for me and what I like to do, right? I like to talk to myself and know that I have the ability to achieve whatever I want, right? And that's where I talk to myself and I tell myself, hey, you have the confidence, you have the ability to achieve your goals. Now go after them. And by doing that, as I mentioned, guys, again, that builds that internal motivation. And that's where you can kind of push yourself to say, hey, you know what? I know I can do this. Let's get after it. And again, that positive self-talk can help you rewire your self-image, rewire that confidence to help you achieve the success that you want. So with that being said, that's what I got for you guys on today's episode. Again, a few reasons of why so many people fail at their goals and how we can be the exception and achieve the success that we want. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm going to leave you guys as I always do. Remember, success isn't just about the money you make or the muscles you build. It's also about the mindset you develop along the way. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Money Muscle Mindset.